Hello, hello. How are you guys doing?
Hola, buenas. Calmate, hermano. Hacemos nosotros también. Buenas tardes.
Olá, oi, boa tarde. Também tá aqui.
Tudo bom com vocês?
Tudo bem com vocês?
Hello. Okay, so today we are gonna show some very interesting plants and tell you what you've got to do to get some just like that. Like, check this one out. Look how thin and straight the first part of the trunk is, but here the roots that are above the earth are spectacular. They are very well drawn. They look simply stunning. They're beautiful. Look, check this out. But that's not all. The desert roses have a myriad of very interesting shapes and forms. Like this one. Look how it grows and all its roots go down and they are very spaced and there's air going in between them. There's more. There's this one right here. Those plants are very smart. They can even choose their own vases. Like this one. It decided that it wanted to grow to the side. So we went and gave it the vase it needs. Also, look at those roots. Those old roots. They are now part of the trunk. Look how it grows to the side. And finally, check this one out. The big potato. Look how big, how juicy it looks. How thick, how well grown. Like, I lack a description for it. This one right here is one of the very reasons people like this kind of plant, because of the amazing forms it can take. Okay, so we are gonna tell you how you get that. Check it out, it's not very complicated. This one right here used it to look just like that. I mean, quite a difference, isn't it? This one has already been replanted on yesterday's video in Portuguese. This one we are going to do today in this video, and this one
Los voy a mostrar mañana en castellano, como siempre, todos los miércoles. Un gusto hablarles. Nos vemos.
that's it. Let's get started, shall we? Okay, let's get started. The very first tip we have to share about that is do it every single year. If you want those roots, you need to replant your plant. Every single year you need to change it from this vase to a bigger one. That's what allows it to develop and create a very interesting shape. That's the first tip. Second tip, the moon. It's very important that you do it. This process specifically needs to be done in the time moon. That's not the name, but you know, when the moon is getting smaller, that's what you got to do. Why? Because during this moon, the stuff that grows under the earth gets a boom, like potatoes, carrots, those plants, the desert roses. They all develop a lot better if you plant them during the dying moon. The third tip is what to do with the roots. Okay, so we are going to grab this one and pull. So sometimes there's those whitey fluffy creatures that stays under the roots. No, not this one. The mealy bugs. Not this one. Go away. Happily, there's almost none here. Okay? There's a little bit, but nothing to worry about. Okay, there's more than a little bit. So, if you happen to see that, you need to get rid of the old earth, the substrate you are using. You come here and you get rid of it. But not to worry,
Thank you.
we have already taught you how to deal with those on a couple of videos ago. So, we make sure to get the earth of the upper roots completely clean, like totally clean, because we are gonna cut it. Okay, once you've done that, you're gonna see how below there's still a lot of earth. That's because you're not gonna mess with those roots. Those roots are very important. The small one, the capillaries one, are very important. So the plant can actually absorb, eat what she needs. You know, that's how she eats. But if the root is going to stay above earth, it's not gonna absorb anything. It's only gonna detract from the plant. It's gonna take its energy away. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab your blade, then you're gonna grab your prepared towel, you're gonna put a bit of alcohol, and you're gonna clean it like that. It's not going to perfectly sterilize it, but it helps. It makes a lot of difference. It's very important to do that. Then you come here and with a lot of care you cut and you cut and you cut a bit more and you go cutting. You know, when you hasn't done your hair in a very long time, and then you go to the hairdresser and you get out of there looking totally different, completely new person, it's what you're doing. You're giving it a haircut, except it's like a root cut. And here you can see it's still going to be above earth, so you keep cutting a little bit and you cut a little bit more. Careful not to cut yourself, it hurts. I know, I've hurt myself before. Okay, so we're gonna get it really clean to look amazing. We're gonna give it the best look we can, and we can do a pretty good job. So we cut it a little bit here, a little bit there. And now, very important tip, another one. You need to make sure to put some,
Tá bom, gente.
you need to make sure to put some cinnamon on it. Yes, cinnamon. I mean, cinnamon is actually a very good stuff to help you. Okay, quick stop, I forgot the word, but sister's here
I help!
and she helped it a little bit. She googled it. I'm gonna tell you guys the truth, we google a lot.
It helps.
Okay, so what the cinnamon does, it really helps with the healing process. You know, without the cinnamon, it gets too exposed and it can actually lose a bit of, no, it doesn't lose anything, but some bacteria, some stuff can get inside the cut and hurt.
Antimicrobial, antibacterial.
And that's
Yeah, it's very, very good to healing.
to the healing process, yes. So you're gonna do it like that.
You put a lot.
Yes, it's important to put a lot
Why?
because it helps with the healing process. Like, it's better to put too much than too little, you know. So you make sure to put like that
Where? Everywhere?
everywhere
Somewhere?
you've cut.
Okay.
Okay, so you can do that, and then once you've
Then-
done it completely, like
Look beautiful! Yay!
You're gonna grab your vase,
Very important.
put it here, and you're gonna fill your vase 2/3 of the way with the substract you're going to use.
I can help for you.
You need an assistant to hold stuff.
It's me!
It's her. And then, like, you take a
them.
very good look, and 2/3 you're gonna fill with earth, not earth, the substract, and you're gonna let a little bit appearing without anything, so you can put.
You have to put the stuff for millibugs.
Right, I didn't forget. I was just testing my sister.
It's for that one here.
Yes,
Just one?
yes.
Why?
Because one is all you need. You just need two if it's a lot. Then you cover it with a little bit of more substract so it doesn't get indirect touch with the roots. You don't want the roots to absorb the mothball. I remember the name. It's mothball. You can even put like way to the side so it doesn't come in contact with. No one's ever going to see it. Okay. And then you come here, right in the middle, and you start to put the substract around it. And another very important tip, you put it a little bit more on the part that's coming in contact with the plant, so when you water it, the water is going to flow down, is not going to get stale in the plant. It's gonna help a lot.
Mom have a name for that. What is this?
What? Plant?
No.
Is that rose?
No. It's a throne for the queen.
Right, it's the queen's throne. You
I
make
am
a
help.
throne for it. And you also make sure that surrounding it, there's a little bit of a moat, you know.
For what?
Moat. It's a medieval term. I learned history through games. I learned English through games. Sometimes I'm gonna use weird words. This is one of them.
It's a new word for me.
It's a very old word. Okay?
Okay.
So the water is gonna accumulate here and not go over. But it can't accumulate too much. You know, it's gotta flow like the water. The water
Wow.
flows like the water. Okay. If you want, you can put some.
Your dad.
If you want, you can put some adubo, some nutrients on it to help it grow. But the
Oh,
ideal
wow.
would be to hold it, wait, and do it only in 1 month, because the tiny roots we've seen will have time to grow and expand, and it's going to get very cozy in there. But there's really no problem in just putting it right now. No, it's here. It's okay.
It's a little bit too much.
It's not. It's not.
Yes, it is.
Para de bater. Okay. Look how it seems now. Compare it with how it was before, and look how it's now.
Just
it's
like
very
that.
different. I mean, quite a difference, isn't it? This one,
Very
this one.
different.
It's a really good makeover. That kind of process is the difference between having a plant that looks scrawny and weird and having a proud, good-looking queen in the throne.
Oh.
That's how you get those plants. If you do that every year,
Every year? Okay.
in the dying moon, you're gonna make sure that your plant is going to look as beautiful as it can. Alright, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to
Thank you.
subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, leave a like, share, and stay tuned. There's gonna be more. Bye bye.
We'll be back.
I forgot. Hold on. I forgot. Two things. First one, about the water. On the beginning, like the first 2 weeks, you have got to water only around the vase, like this part, and not from here, you know? Do not water the center, just the borders on the couple 2 weeks. Second, and even more important, it cannot go to direct sun in under a month. It needs to stay in a place that's kind of shadowy, and it cannot in no circumstances receive any afternoon sun until this part that's kind of white becomes at least as green as this part. Thank you, bye bye.